If you're struggling financially, it would help to consider how it is that others are not struggling financially. At some point or another in the lives of wealthy people or in the lives of their parents or grandparents, somebody put in effort to save up wealth, generational wealth. And if you find yourself, like most people do, down the totem pole of financial success, it's because you and your family or your parents have not yet put in that effort, gone through that struggle of accumulating assets. Rich people are rich and get richer and richer because at one point or another, assets were accumulated. On the other hand, if you look at your life, you are feeding those assets of the wealthy by the fact that you have liabilities. You have weaknesses that cause you to spend money that you cannot afford. You have a weakness for the adulation of others. You have a weakness for a beautiful house where you could throw nice parties. You have a weakness for providing your children with the very best, no matter whether you can afford it or not. These weaknesses are your liability or liabilities. These liabilities drain your income and feed it directly to the wealthy, those who have businesses, those who own homes that you rent or that you pay a mortgage on, the bankers who hold your mortgage. Every time you spend money, you're feeding it back to those who've already accumulated wealth. So it's important to look at your expenditures and determine which liabilities, which desires of yours are the weakness that cause you to send your money to the wealthy. You need to apportion your expenses in a way that doesn't exceed your means. You have to live within your means. And that only happens when you get a handle on, get some control over your desires. We all have desires, it's very normal. But if you want to get ahead in life, you have to curb the desires in a way that enables you to conserve your income, to save your income, to grow your assets, and stop feeding it to the wealthy, those who've already accumulated assets and are now renting them to you or charging you interest. So rather than complaining about the rich getting richer, we should examine how they get richer. Every $100 that you save begins to earn you a few dollars in interest per year. It may not seem like much, but it's much better than the alternative of simply throwing your money at the wealthy. So get a handle on your desires. Examine the most costly ones, the ones that are really taking away your ability to save, your ability to invest, your ability to create generational wealth. If you do that, eventually your family will be in a position where others are feeding your wealth.